G'day crew, welcome to this outdoor rehab vlog. Now me and River have been invited to go for a hunt with Stafford and Renee. You might remember Staff from one of our other hunting vlogs where he sort of touches a fallow spiker on the air. Yeah, a bunch of other sort of cool stuff.
Ember nearly went in your eyeball.
Lovely, brother.
Is that a guy in the tree with a deer in his face?
I just broke my nose.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got 4 mouths to feed here at home, including my own. And I've worked out we needed about an animal every sort of 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the size of it. So yeah, he's invited us down. We're going to have a look for reds and possibly fallow, maybe both, not quite sure. But all I know is it's going to be cold. It's going to bring 7 below 8 Bushpig, the A7 Sako. It's cut down to 17 inches and got a can on it. And we've actually just put a Vortex 4 to 12 on it. Plus we're also running some hand loads. So I've got some 139 grain Hornady SST heads. That'll be interesting to see how they perform in an animal. So yeah, getting pretty low on the venison. So go see if we can do some harvesting.
We're allowed here, man.
How many shoelaces can I break today, Robert?
Get up. Get on your bed. Sweet. Let's go hunting.
Alright crew, now remember to like and subscribe if you do like the content, and if you don't then obviously don't. Now I'm not going to bore you guys too much with our initial morning hunt for reds. I will throw in some highlights though. So yeah, firstly the Paradise Ducks decided to have a sky parade to announce that we'd rolled up. Whoever named them Paradise Ducks was clearly taking the piss, because that alarm call is something you probably more expect to hear in hell, or at least purgatory. After checking all the sheltered bush edges for deer with no good indications from the dog, we moved up into nature's air conditioner and glassed for as long as we could.
Getting an ice cream, you think? Yeah, there's definitely. I don't think everyone is standing in the shit.
No, I don't. Go some fallow.
So I decided to turn back and hunt the pines for the day for fallow deer. One cool thing on the way back was we found a pretty tolerant native falcon. Got to film it, so that was pretty cool.
Pretty happy.
Looks like a young one too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's split them off, but...
And then shot some food for it.
No reds, Riv? No reds, just getting frozen. Look for a fallow. No reds this morning, but we're going to go look for a fallow up through the pine block. Try to get some meat. Try to stay optimistic. See what happens.
We hadn't had a chance to have our morning coffees yet, so Stafford, being the champion he is, gets those going on the gas cooker at the back of the ute. It was around 2 degrees and we're going to be hunting up a river, so with the amount of rain that we'd had, we're going to be getting boots wet, so anything to bump morale before you have to commit to the stalk.
If you get it, smoke it.
Now, how's this? 50 yards from the truck, dog's indicating hard into the left there, and yeah, deer bolts out, runs up that hill. We both get a bead on it, but it's an arse shot, so don't take it. Wind was still good, so we decided to let dog take us up there and do a bit of tracking. You can see River absolutely bathing in deer scent there, and the deer had actually slipped off this hill down into a gutter with quite a nasty swirly wind. That prevents dog from pinpointing what's going on, but we ended up walking right past the deer that was sort of holed up in the real thick stuff. Renee spots a head at about 5 yards before it bolts.
How far away? Oh, just here.
She probably should have had the rifle, but anyway. You can end up tracking deer over the dog like this all day, but once they're spooked, quite often you can just keep on bumping them. So we thought our best bet was just to get back down into the river and continue our plan to stalk up it.
through. You come through, I'll help Renee over this bit. Watch that clay might be slippery. Maybe go that way.
Need to drill some holes in the bottom of my shoes. Whoa. Alright crew, so this hunting spot here is obviously like a bit of a canyon. You've got a river in the middle and you've got quite high sides. So we're looking for deer sort of up along those edges, particularly on those sort of sunny faces. The wind was good coming down the valley, so good thing about having the dog there is we can just keep looking at him to see if he's indicating. The river is really good at covering your sound, but not very good for staying warm. At about 3 hours in, the dog started to get really keen, so we took that as our signal to slow down and really start paying attention. Now, I'm going to try to explain the issue that we have here. Basically, we've got a cliff on our left-hand side, and that's exactly where the wind's coming from. So the dog's looking at that cliff expecting to see deer. What me and Stafford know is that the wind's actually hitting that from our right and cutting around. So the deer are most likely out on our right somewhere, or who knows where, because the wind could be swirling up where the deer are. So we just have to make our best judgment on where that wind is coming from.
Right there. I think we both got one.
So after another 20 minutes of stalking, we bumped right into some deer at about 20 yards. Too quick for me to get the camera on. Stafford blew one away and had the whole hillside running. I got a hard raking shot opportunity at about 100 yards before the deer popped out of sight. Renee was onto it. She had the camera out of her pocket and recording pretty quickly after Stafford's shot. Pretty epic that Renee could get that running shot on film before the deer ducked into cover there.
Going right there. I think we both got one.
Yeah, I know that's possible.
They were
Right there.
sitting in behind this pine tree. Good quiet swoop though.
Yeah. So that was pretty quick. 3 deer just popped out of there and we were walking right there. But you just axed one with a fucking rem mag shot at like 20-30 yards. I had one running at the top here, so we're about to go and track and have a look. I don't know how much we got on film, but we'll let Riv get into some tracking. Oh, you mean?
It's everywhere, bro.
Show us the bed?
Just down here, bro.
Yeah, I saw you shoot through that gap there, eh?
One of them stood up and he was standing here like this.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other one was broadside right here, and I just pegged it, and then I just found blood all over these ferns just now.
Yeah, man. Have you got a bullet in there or?
Nah, it's empty.
I swear.
Right, see what we can find.
Look at all this. That thing just toasts them.
Yeah, it'll have
What?
a fucking catastrophic hole in it.
What's that, Roof? This little spike, hey?
Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, big little spliff. That'll be good eating. Mm.
Should we just drag this one out here and leave it, and then go
Yeah.
find yours and drag them back down?
Yeah, go up there and have to have a fucking proper look. Fuck, that would have been a bow shot, that one. Hard. Oh, that's a bit of blood. Bit of blood, Roof.
Sounded to me like a rib cage.
Oh, there's a deer here, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Oops, sorry dog. Under a log.
completely.
Oh.
Sweet, so I just dropped you the second they come out of sight.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Right up in the,
nice, bro.
up into there.
Yeah, like I'll try to put them right up in here if they're
Yeah,
raking
under
on
that
an
river.
angle like that, man.
Yeah, like full rake.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah. Smoked it.
good shooting, cuz. Good shooting. Well, so I was standing there and I like looked over and I saw the grey on its neck.
Yeah, yeah.
And I sort of like double took.
I saw it stand up.
Yeah, and as I double took, I was like right there, and that's when I stood up.
Yeah, yeah.
As I shut my bolt.
But yeah, it wasn't a it was a stand and then like a stretch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was like they were getting, one of them was getting up a stretch. That's how I saw it.
Hey.
I didn't have time to get the GoPro on. This Spike stands up out of bed, having a stretch. He just decks it with the rem mag. I've kind of tin-assed this one. It just made the mistake of running and then cutting up and giving a hard raking shot. I managed to throw one right up into the engine room. There's a little bit of doubt there like for a wee while, but we heard a mean hit. Found it 10 meters away, eh?
Yeah. He pretty much just front flipped off the bank and stopped.
And now we're gonna have to backpack them and bloody do the hard yards to get them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did pay off. We did put in a lot of effort, got wet feet. Dog's miserable, pretty cold.
It's freezing.
Yeah, so might have a heart, maybe.
Yeah, well this one will be in good. This one will be in good nick. I've only lunged this guy.
Yeah, have a heart for maybe even when we get back tonight, eh?
Yeah.
Have a kai, so
Nice.
sick.
Dinner tonight. What's that, little bean?
Little bean.
Oh, is that a meat sack?
Yeah.
Bean. Not sure.
Alright crew, so once we've gutted our deer, we sort of flip them like this and let all that excess blood drain out, just to get everything nice and dry before the carry.
I love the red gloves too.
Sponsorship from someone.
Yeah. Jackaroo from Kmart. Love that sound though.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Now a few people have been asking me about this backpack technique, so I'll sort of give a rundown on it. It's quite good for fallow and like smaller reds. So what we do is cut into that knee through those carpal bones, and you make sure you cut into the front so that the tendon at the back of the leg stays intact. And then basically you can either poke the bone through or make a cut to get a strip of skin. Then what you do is make a cut between the tendon and the bone on that rear leg at the hock there. And then, yeah, slip the hoof through and you've made yourself a little backpack. Problem with these backpacks is those deer legs are quite bony on your shoulders, so they can compress your nerves and make your hands go numb. All you can do for that is just lean forward, get that pressure off and wait for feeling to come back. But yeah, it is worth it if you're going to let the animals hang for a few days with the skin on. And then you can use the bones for whatever and skins for dog training or tanning. Yeah, and just rewarding earning your meat, doing the whole process rather than just cutting it out on a shopping trolley. Now, Renee didn't get away scot-free either. She had both of our packs and we had quite a bit of gear in them. Yeah, it was a solid cut out.
Sweet.
I was born with a heart made of copper and gold. Polished it down so I would not grow. But the rains, they come under our blackened skies, and they wither my heart despite all I try. The shadow of death, it is trailing me. It haunts me on land and it haunts me on
Comfy?
sea. Try as I might, I just can't get away. It'll haunt me until it kills me one day.
Silent next on.
My wife is my darling and I am her man. As much as
There's
I
one.
love her, she don't understand that the ways of the world are not always kind. And the way of the world is a burden at times.
Yeah, they just ran off.
I got that.
Snowing today too, so the water's nice and warm. Should have brought my 5 mil.
When I'm down in the hole, he always says he holds my soul. No matter how much that I beg or I plead, that the day that I die, he'll come take it from me. So I'll leave you this heart made of copper and gold, and may it be yours till you go.
Well, Luke, how do you feel?
Part of me feels good, part of me feels good. I just rolled my ankle without making wicked.
Oh no! Wait for it. Oh, look at that sun. Marvelous. Job well done, boys.
Couple of deaths. Get the f***ing cider out, boy.
Here.
8 hours and 19 minutes exact.
Yeah.
I can't drink cider.
Alright, well you just start murdering us.
Yeah, bro.
There's something else in there, what do you want?
Can I have the phone?
You're already with a couple of panheads, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Thank you.
Oh, that mother wind has not gotten any warmer.
Open your beer, babe. Cheers.
Chin? Can I?
Grabbing thistles.
Look, I'm looking at you. Eh?
Oh, it's the eye contact, everything, mate.
Go on. Nice, Rob. Got 2 mates there.
Good work, boy.
You got kidneys here?
Yeah, oh, me personally, yeah, I've got a couple.
You got 2?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, you don't have enough, we'll put one in the pan.
Yeah, I'll do you a deal.
Yeah, sick.
24 grand.
I owe you. I didn't charge my appearance fee today, so I can factor that in. Catch a couple of deers today, did you?
Yep. Bare hands, mate.
Some renaissance.
Renaissance. Oops.
I don't want to take that one. I'll take that one though. Someone's got to do the work around here.
I'll just hold the camera.
Exactly.
Got the deer back into the garage. It was nice and cold, so that's epic for meat quality. Found that 139 grain projectile and it really done the job. Took the skin off the deer and you can see that hard raking shot. Just absolute devastation. The bullet had blown through about 8 ribs on that left hand side. So yeah, no wonder she only went 10 yards, but besides that, epic quality, just covered in fat, real good nick. So yeah, just broke the animal down and hung it in the garage in about 0 odd degrees. Now I'm going to add in here that I think it's quite good for young kids to see this kind of thing. So many kids these days don't get to, and then when they're in adulthood they sort of get triggered by seeing the death of an animal. Particularly in hunting. This comes from personal experience from people that I know that are anti-hunting, that are vicariously killing animals by buying them several times a day, going to the supermarket, getting fast food and all that, and not quite making that connection. There's a hell of a lot more to be said on that topic, but I'll leave that for now.
Then make fire. Kidneys, what are they going to do?
I don't know now. I was thinking about our fry up.
Can you juggle?
Shit, but...
Now we actually had 2 intact hearts, so Stafford wanted to do a bit of a marinade and have 2 hearts and a back steak on the coals. I can't remember what sauce or marinade he's using here, but I will actually ask him and try to get it down in the comments.
That's not good.
Now, I obviously don't have to tell you guys that he knows what he's doing here. So for dinner, we've got 2 whole fallow deer hearts and back steak cut in half. Beautifully done.
Now, it's obviously pretty hard to get across how good something tastes on video. All I can do here is let the facial expressions do the talking.
Mother Nature has no mercy in this dark and dusty world. Mother Nature has no mercy when you listen to Satan's word.
Time to go home because it's my son's birthday, but it's about 2 degrees. And we've got to get the meat down, so we'll have a look at the quality of it. Where's that Vinny? Where's that Renison, Riv? Oh yeah. Sick. That one's still got a blue box there. Man. Yeah, it's cold, eh?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I've done enough carrying. Even just a light sprinkling of salt ice over there, eh? That'll be mean. Shot, bro, it's mean.